Grace and peace, family. Grace and peace. Assalamu alaikum. Shalom. My hotel. Namaste. Free the land, beloved. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. This is your sister with the curly braids, Vicki Dillard, and I'm so pleased to be with you here on my own channel at vickydillard.tv. Some of you are familiar with seeing my content on other platforms, particularly me going live on other platforms over the years, but there have been some programming changes recently. And so if you want to watch me live, you can watch me live once or twice a week here at vickydillard.tv. No specific time. I know that helps when there's a schedule. But for now, I just go live once or twice a week, depending on my health and scheduling needs, availability. But you can also see some of my other content on other platforms and networks like African Diaspora News Channel. And I'm still on like a new platform called Rumble. Twitter, you can follow me on Twitter at Dillard Vicki, Vicki. Be sure to spell it right, beloved. And Instagram, Vicki X Dillard. That's VICKIX Dillard. I am on TikTok at I am Vicki Dillard. A couple of Facebook pages, a fan page there, a regular page there. I feel like I'm forgetting somewhere else. But anyway, you can see me on other multiple platforms and different networks. And then I have some other exciting upcoming news to share with you in due course about where you can also view more Vicki Dillard content. But again, if you want to watch me live, I'm no longer with Dr. Voice, Finding Being Queen, and other affiliate networks there. So let everybody know that, because people are still looking for me. So I want you to help me get the word out. Okay, Black family? Thank you so very much. I know today is Valentine's Day. For those of you that celebrate, I want to wish you a very happy Valentine's Day. Love you so much, family. I won't be before you long, but I will be strong. But I want to first thank everyone that attended my fourth installment of the 911 Underground pandemic webinar, where I was exposing the latest agenda, the latest New World Order agenda of the Neo Illuminati. And I broke down to you what we can do about it. It was absolutely glorious. It was supposed to be 2 hours long. Y'all, I was there 4 hours. OMG. It was absolutely beautiful. It was glorious, the information, if I say so myself, that I was able to share. It was groundbreaking. It was amazing. And I gave just insight that I promise you won't get anywhere else. And we was calling out them folks. Talk black to me, somebody. Touched a little bit on the madness and the interconnection of the Zionist connection, beloved, not only to the war that's taking place here in the United States, which they directly have their hand in through not only our government, but their direct assault and training of police here against Black foundational Black Americans. But of course, we see the warring in Palestine, in the Middle East. And some of you didn't even understand or know this, but there's an interconnection with some of those same entities as it relates to the pandemic. So, we can't talk about that here. So that's the reason why I made it extremely affordable, about $39.99. The replay is available now. The link is in the chat in case you missed it. We had an absolutely beautiful showing, and the response to it has been amazing. You don't want to miss it. And so what a wonderful opportunity for you to tap in and be a part of that. And then I in the webinar, not only did I break down the goings on and let you know what they discussed in their most recent meeting in Davos, Switzerland, but I gave you the specifics on what we can do about it. Yes. So family, as you come in, be sure to come in giving us a big thumbs up. Be sure to like and share. Thank you all for your beautiful compliments. Hello, beautiful. Always thankful for your passion, the gems that you give. You are so very welcome. Somebody said hello from India. Hello, India. Somebody said it was awesome, MB. Yes, it was awesome. Yes. So somebody else said good afternoon. Sunday was very informative. See, look at the comments and the testimonies just in our chat. So thank you all so much. But yes, I'm so glad you were informed. I'm so glad you enjoyed it. And you all know that I'm always working on providing you high-level information. Please understand, family, that some information we can share here. And some information, obviously, we cannot. My sister Kimberly's in here, too. She said, what did she say? Thank you. Webinar was awesome. All caps. Thank you so much. So family, I'm telling you. And then you also, they're going to get the replay for free for a couple of months because it was so much information. I want them to have plenty of time to review it, plenty of time to take notes and that kind of stuff. Okay. Mariah said, thank you for keeping it real, Vicki. You are so welcome, beloved. You know, I keep it all the way real, all the way real in the webinar, didn't I? And but it's important, family. It's absolutely important. So let's get to where we're going, family. But before we do, on the count of 3, I want everybody to be sure to hit that thumbs up button. I'm trying to make sure, family, some of this stuff don't fall. Y'all know I'm obsessed with my roses in my garden, my live garden, but I want to make sure that there ain't no accidents while I'm live. Talk back to me, somebody, because that would not be cute. On the count of 3, everybody be sure to hit that thumbs up button, okay? Hit that thumbs up button and share on the count of 3. That helps to activate the algorithm so other folks will know that we're here. 1, 2, 3, thumbs up. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Daryl, good afternoon from Pine Tops, North Carolina, Queen Vicki. Hey, Daryl. He's one of my biggest fans. On the count of 3, hit that thumbs up button again and share. Okay, y'all ready? Are y'all ready? 1, 2, 3, thumbs up. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Share. Thank you so very much, dear family. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. All right, now let's get to where we're going, family. I want to let me you all know that I have been doing quite a bit of coverage on the illegal migrant situation that's been taking place here in the United States for a very, very long time. The reason why it's extraordinarily important and the reason why you're hearing more Black folks talk about it is because so many of our people are finally waking up and smelling the begonias to realize how not only the Republican Party, who are openly anti-Black and hostile against us, but the trick is that the friendlier side of white supremacy, which is the Democrat Party, have shown their hand. This is where the awakening has come with some of our people. And the reason we put such an emphasis on the Democrat Party, for those of you who ask simple-minded questions about why y'all, so y'all just gonna vote for the Republicans? Y'all just gonna let Trump back in office? So y'all just for the Republicans? No, silly. That goes without saying. We know where they stand. Still, the majority of our people don't vote for the Republicans. You give the accountability to the one that you give power to. So since so many of our people continue to vote for the friendly side of white supremacy, which is the Democrat Party, if they are the party that pretend to like you and is going to move in your best interest, those are the ones that you give the greatest criticism to, and you hold accountable because you actually gave them power to do something to change your condition, and they tricked and fooled you. Talk Black to me, somebody. Do you understand what I'm talking about? So when we're calling out one party and we're saying we're not going to show up to vote, you don't jump to conclusions and sit there and say you're just going to vote for the Republicans. Did we say we was going to vote for the Republicans? That is a sign that you are stuck in the matrix and that you give legitimacy to an illegitimate anti-Black oppressive system. We're saying the only reason you go out to vote anyway is for the Democrats. So hell no, we're not saying go out there. I'm not saying run out there and vote for the Republican Party. If the Republicans seriously start talking about reparations and put together a legit, authentic reparations package, I don't care how racist they may be in their heart. If their legislation, our votes are for sale, silly. Politics is not for the friendly face. Politics is about getting something done. And yes, you will negotiate with either devil, whichever one gives us the greater benefit, because the whole what's the quote? The whole damn system is guilty. Nobody is innocent in the United States of America. Y'all be acting like it's something decent and kind and good to give Joe Biden the benefit of the doubt when he is the guiltiest of them all in modern history. He is the mastermind of the 94 crime bill. Before the 94 crime bill, he was supporting actual more anti-Black legislation. His mentors were staunch, open, racist. His best buddies were Republicans too, silly. It was a Democrat president, Bill Clinton, that signed the 94 crime bill that did more damage and brought in the new modern Jim Crow, Jane Crow, that destroyed more Black families, their economy, and the institution of marriage more than any other modern legislation. What's wrong with you? I said, what's wrong with you? You are out of the little peace of mind that you have. I know that thinking is still new for some people. Somebody put a gavel in the chat. Thinking is new for some people. Thinking is really, really new. You are not going to just by itself vote yourself out of oppression. When knuckleheads, black talking Democrat shields tell you voting is your only power or your main power, they just gave you the so-called right to vote the other day. Some of y'all gonna say, Vicki, that was the 60s. The 60s was the other day. In your generation, this modern Supreme Court a couple of years ago gutted some of the most actionable parts of the voting legislation. You still got hurdles. So my point in bringing that up is, were you not allowed to resist and fight for your freedom before your white supremacist, anti-black, imperialist oppressor decided to, quote unquote, do what's right? It was legal. Slavery was legal, silly. Jim Crow was legal. But it wasn't just or right. So because something is a statute in law or something is codified in law, you telling me that we're obliged to keep getting lynched, to respect systems that openly discriminate against us? We got to help your mind a little bit. Where were your rights before they gave you the right to vote? I'm trying to get you to see that you can still exist inside of America and leverage power in different ways. That's the purpose of you tuning into my broadcast and watching my previous broadcast, so that you can get your mind right to know what that is. We're trying to get you to see, by us making a united threat against the Democrat Party, because they're so desperate to make sure that they don't lose the slightest percentage of black votes, because they could put the presidency at stake. You become smart about how you use your vote. So abstention slowness is actually doing something when you're strategic with it. I got to repeat this, because there's so many people that's in the back and there's a bunch of chairs in the front that's empty. You can sit in the front and get a seat, but you willfully just stand, it be way in the back. And some of you are way up in the rafters in the nosebleed seats. You don't get a good view and stuff. So I'm trying to help you. When you increase pressure on the Democrat Party to let them know, if you don't do X, Y, and Z, we're not going to give you power. We're using that as leverage to force them into coming up with a substantive, pro-specific black economic plan, aka reparations. Do you understand? That's just one element of it. Ebony, you look great in red. What can I do to promote reparations? Continue to watch the Vicki Show, beloved, and share it. Thank you so much for your kind compliments. Y'all know I don't know how to act when I have my little red and stuff on. Thank you, precious. I got to wear my red today, baby, because I love y'all. But anyway, I don't want to spend too much time on this, because I discuss this often. That's up to you to watch some of the previous broadcasts so that you can educate yourself, especially when I'm going in with an extraordinary amount of receipts, different books, different references, and then I'm giving you specific strategies from the minds of such individuals like the great Dr. Claude Anderson on what we can do. It's very simple. You're trying to complicate it, and you're complicating it because you're listening to knuckleheads. They keep telling us that voting is what was going to set us free. But you know we've been voting for the Democrats 60-something years. So you need to just ask yourself one simple question. See, don't complicate your mind. See, you're just going to drive your own self crazy. When the legacy media tells you to keep voting for them. Say to yourself, okay, what has 60 some odd years of voting for you got us? We see it's gotten the white Afghans a bunch of stuff. We see Ukraine got a lot of money. 300, 500 billion. Talk black to me. We see legal immigrants got a bunch of stuff. We see illegal immigrants got a bunch of stuff. We see that the white oppressive class still getting a bunch of stuff. We see we getting no stuff. Don't go further than that. If you go thinking too much deep and mix your mind up with lies and propaganda from folks that's sitting on shiny sets with 20 producers who's taking their talking points directly from the White House, which means that they're a functional state-run television. You show that you treat them like they're God, like their thinking is superior, when you both look like you're out your mind. What's your result after 60-some years of voting for that party? If the question is nothing, why are you asking me what we're going to do if we don't vote? All the voting been doing is just driving you in the ground, driving you into worse gerrymandering, worse economic positions. It's got you evicted and foreclosed. Do you understand that? It's got you way in the back of the line while illegals are in the front. Does that make sense? Don't go no further than that, because some of y'all get confused. And we got to start checking you in to insane asylums and stuff. No disrespect. Y'all know I love everybody, so it ain't no disrespect for people that got legitimate mental illnesses. But this is a self-induced illness you put yourself in. So I'm trying to help you avoid that. And we can get to where you're going. Everybody hit that thumbs up button, thumbs up, thumbs up. Now, why am I here today? What am I talking about? Well, I want you, I saw this some weeks ago, and I actually did a pre-record some time back, and they did a few days ago. I think they put up this video on African Diaspora News Channel where I talked about this in a pre-record. Well, I wanted my people to see it and hear it here. I want you to watch. I want you to see how outrageous and how crazy and how illogical and how extraordinarily damaging we've come. You've got your U.S. government and your politicians who make laws, rules, and regulations, your Congress folks. They're supposed to be your lawmakers, and they're supposed to be willing to abide by laws, right? They're encouraging these folks to break the law. This is what I'm good at. I'm going to need you, black media, grassroots folk. I'm going to need you all to start tagging and writing and continue to show up to your political meetings. And I need you to characterize to your lawmakers, whether they're local, whether they're assembly people, whether it's your state legislators, or whether they are your federal legislators. I'm going to need you to engage with all of them and start saying, you all took an oath to the Constitution. You are the ones that shape policy, make policy, pass policy, laws and rules. And you promise to abide by the law. Tell them that we need to start holding them accountable in more ways than one, because they're actually promoting the violations of law for people who are not United States citizens, which puts us at risk of sickness, disease, death, and everything else possibly. Now, for some of you that may have not have seen this, shout out to my moderators in the digital building. They're highlighted in blue. They're going to be putting important information and links, and perhaps even engaging with you with fun and important and relevant conversations. I love y'all so much. Family, be sure to get the replay. But also, family, real quick, I am so excited. Where my ladies at? You all were so excited. I got such amazing feedback from my first Venus magazine from a couple of months ago. Well, the pre-sales are going now for my spring edition Y'all, I am so excited. Ladies, you're going to love it. Brothers, you're not off the hook. You can get it too, but get it for the beautiful, lovely lady in your life. If she's your fiance, if she's your mama, if she's your sister, your girlfriend, be sure to get it for her. This is one of the things that I posted. Ladies, look at this. Can you see this okay? So the pre-sales mean, family, you purchase it in advance, and then once they're printed, then they're shipped. That's why it takes longer. So be sure to pay close attention to the shipping information for approximate time frames of shipping. This is a perfect Valentine's gift. Somebody say this Valentine's Day today, but guess what? This is a Valentine's gift that's worth the wait. This is like the Goddess Secret Society manual. What do I mean? I give yummy secrets. I really created this because I wanted to redefine luxury. I don't feel luxury should be something to be experienced just by millionaires and billionaires. I wanted to make luxury available for the everyday woman. And I wanted it as a creation tool and a manifestation tool to us getting to where we're going. You know, sometimes because we're not where we want to be financially, there are certain things that we want to enjoy in life, certain experiences, certain travel. You know, you and your sacred love, you maybe want to travel, you know, together and be on the beach somewhere. You have all of these things in your mind. You want to have enough money to put your babies through college and school and so forth. You want to buy yourself something beautiful and lovely. You want to buy that home. Let me tell you something, whatever it is. Miriam said, I got my magazine. Yay. Whatever it is, Miriam, this is the next magazine. Because I said, so, hey, that's my beautiful sister. She said, oh my, watch this. Sometimes we feel miserable in the interim, in the middle part of us manifesting. I didn't want that. I wanted us to have something where we could have beautiful in our hands that helps us to manifest with fun. You know, who says that we're not supposed to be enjoying luxury? And I explained what luxury is. And no matter what your budget is, just the idea, my definition of luxury, and then even some of the pictures, because from time to time in each edition, you'll see why I have a real, like a selfie. So when I'm out somewhere, you will see that photo of me practically enjoying a level of luxury. And it can be very simple, but very pleasurable and very fulfilling. So I wanted to have a tool that would help you manifest and you would enjoy the ride. So that's what this magazine is about. And it's specific information that lets us know even what some of the ancient deities, the ancient goddesses, the ancient divine feminines did to manifest. Women are different from men. We have a womb. There are specific things that we do to manifest, and it's mostly through ease and pleasure. So some of us have been moving a little too much in our masculine energy, which we all have masculine energy, and we're supposed to use it. Nothing wrong with that. But when it's out of balance, even if we're able to bring a check, we're miserable doing it, and we can likely get sick and stressed. We're trying to change that. So that's why I created this. So that's why I believe you're going to love it. Ladies, be sure to check it out. I love it so much. This issue was about the love and money. This is a love and money issue because I am being more intentional without me getting details. I won't get details on here. This is for my sisters to see some of what I'm talking about. And even in I'm a very private person. But the point is, we're entitled to precious love, and we're entitled to economic freedom. And that economic freedom looks different for each of us. But I don't want it to be a miserable experience while we manifest. And I wanted us to do it together. So be sure to get yours. Today is going to be a lot of beautiful, yummy pictures. And most importantly, the content is so, so good. You're going to absolutely love it. And you're going to be able to benefit. And these are things that I want you to do for 30 days, 45 days until you receive the next edition, okay? So just go to VickiPlanet.com. The mods, I think they put the link in the chat. One of my moderators, Taryn, my manager, also, I think she already put the link in the chat earlier. So y'all, one of my mods, if you go to Vicki Planet, you can see the link there. So just go to my website. You'll see it there. I'm so excited. Do y'all like that picture? So we got the play on the red, which is certainly a feminine color of the divine feminine, but also the green that has to do with money and growth. Really, both of them do. But I wanted the manifestation to be fun, yes, and luxury to be accessible to us while we're in the meantime, okay? Brother Zebulon X said, I love that picture. I got mine, baby. Thank you. Okay. I'm finished with the commercial, family. I had to say that real quick. Back to this immigration issue. The immigration issue is so crazy that your lawmakers are also your lawbreakers. I want us to start calling them that. And I want you not only to tell your Congress people, local and state and federal, I want you to start reaching out to them, letting them know they're in violation of the laws that they helped to create and possibly even the Constitution. When they encourage illegals to come here and when they incentivize their law breaking, while at the same time demonizing and punishing Black folks. They rush out to clear the records of illegals, but they're doing nothing to clear the records of Black folks that have been disproportionately affected by the prison industrial complex, the new Jim Crow. They provide vouchers and resources for illegals, but they haven't done that for us. That's what we're calling out. You got folks that's moving out of cities that they can't afford to live in, like New York and Chicago, but they're making residential provisions for people who they've encouraged to come here. So I need you to call the unlawful migrants. They're not the only lawbreakers. I'm telling you, the Congress people that incentivize them, that tell them, oh, we're going to just make you dreamers. We're going to make all y'all legal. And if you serve in the U.S. military, we're going to give you a whole bunch of goodies. When they advertise at certain cities in America are sanctuary cities, you need to let them know, my God, we see you as a lawbreaker. To show you how crazy it's gotten, this is the one I said I already did a broadcast on another network I did it a few weeks ago. Y'all ready? Y'all listen real closely. I'm gonna try to get the volume right. Y'all listen real closely to this unruly migrant, is what I call him. This unruly migrant got a hell of a nerve. He showed up to a city council meeting in Chicago. This footage initially came from our brother Tyrone Muhammad. I've done broadcasts on my brother too. We've actually chatted in the past. He's something else, my dear brother. He is he loves his people. He fights for his people, and it's not unusual for him to make the news because he's out there doing the work face to face. So this came from him, but thankfully some of the other Black media folks have been posting it, which is where I got this video from. Y'all listen closely, family. They're at a city council meeting about the migrant issue. A Black woman voiced her opinion, and watch this unruly, wild-like response from this unruly migrant disrespecting this Black American citizen. Hold on.
You want it. Money for you. Money for you. You want it. You want it. No more money for you. Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye. Go back, across the no more money for you. No more money for you. It's lazy. You lazy. You lazy. No more money for you.
Family, I'm gonna play it again. Family, this is getting outrageous. Black family, while you sitting up here singing the praise of these Democrats and you sit up here trying to play humble, you got folks that are straight up illegal showing up to meetings with lawmakers, comfortable, boldly. You whose ancestors shed blood to build and create America. You being disrespected to your face with somebody that said to you, no money for you. These ninjas is jumping the border and swimming the seas, the high seas. This invasion, they come in here, jumping the border and swimming the high seas, showing up with all out boldness to political meetings to tell you ninjas, that's what they treating you like. No money for you. Then he said, I want y'all to listen closely. I'm going to play it again. Then he said, you lazy. You lazy. You lazy. Did y'all hear what I just... He don't know nothing about the sister. Now, like I was talking to one of my brothers about this, who ended up doing the broadcast himself. We said, yeah, what if we are lazy? Ninja, we shedded all the blood to create the country that you fled to. We are not fixing to sit up here and debate an invader who may have God knows what. Who may be God knows what. We're not going to sit here and debate. First of all, he has no idea whether or not this woman has a job. So that's disrespectful. But even if she was, trick. We done did all the working in the world. What we look like sitting up here trying to prove to somebody we ain't lazy, fool, when you got an America to come to. God today. Y'all watch it again. Y'all ready? Y'all watch it again. They got a hell of a nerve, don't they? Black people are the only ones that shouldn't. What did our ancestors say? What did one of our ancestors say? He said the only thing Black Americans owe anybody, these are not my words, this is his. I was trying to remember. He said the only thing Black Americans owe anybody is an ass whooping. I'm not saying to go out and beat up nobody. I'm telling you what the ancestors. Y'all remember? Y'all, it's escaping me. I see his face. Y'all remind me of who said that. Put it in the chat for me, family. I know I got some more intelligent Black people. Somebody help remind me of our ancestor, our elder who said that. Somebody put his name in the chat for me, please. Somebody please put his name in the chat. I know somebody else knows. Thank you. My God, my brother, you always save me. I love him so much. John Henry Clark. Who is John Henry Clark, family? This ain't no regular smuggler, somebody that's tweeting online that you can just say, oh, that's just some brother online. No, one of our foremost Black scholars who understood not just America, but the world. Thank you, Brother Warren. That's my brother right there. John Henry Clark, go quote him. He said the only thing Black Americans owe anybody is an ass whooping. Our brother that has a library of books, a preeminent scholar who understands the ways of the world. He said, this is how I'm going to break this. He said the only thing we owe anybody is an ass whooping. That's what he said. That's right. Somebody said he's one of our greatest sisters. That's what he said. That's about right. But y'all watch this again. Y'all so crazy. Y'all watch it again. I would, because I'm trying to catch the video and turn the thing at the same time because he come in here. Thank you so much, Brother Warren. He always save me, y'all. But I be looking. I can't tell you in all the ways, but that's my brother. Y'all look.
Money for you. You want it. You want it. No more money for you. Bye bye. Go back across. No more money for you. No more money for you. It's lazy. You lazy. You lazy. No more money for you.
She told him, take your punk. This is how outrageous. Let me tell you something. Joy Reid and all mainstream media, we just use Joy Reid because she's a good proxy to the dying, dead, fixing to be no more in terms of influence, power, and everything else, the legacy media that's trying their best to, still survive. Joy the other day on her broadcast, when she was asking, somebody else was bringing this out too, but I saw it. Joy the other day, have you all ever asked yourself, are y'all, with all of the Black grassroots folks that's rising up, showing up to political meetings, giving the city the everlasting work? Black Chicago has literally been suing their city. They've been disrupting all kind of plans to put everybody before them. Watch this. Have you noticed that those that have been pushing back are those Blacks that typically vote Democrat? Well, notice how Joy Reid and all the rest of them, they're not bringing on those voices of Black Americans who are heavily politically and electorally engaged. But we're the ones that are serving as some of the greatest pushback to these sanctuary cities and prioritizing and giving all these illegals tangibles over us. Watch this. Have you noticed she's not bringing those voices on? Not only are they not bringing the voices on, the other day she had the nerve to try to make it seem like that any criticism of that is MAGA. So her guest basically labeled anybody that's sitting up here talking about how unfair it is that migrants are getting tangibles before us. They just labeled it MAGA, MAGA, MAGA. Not only that, they're silencing Black voices. They're sitting here desperate and scared to death that enough of us not going to show up to vote. But at the same time, they're turning around and ignoring our cries, not only for reparations, not only for a crime bill that's a protection for us, but they are effectively silencing our voices to create the false sense of consent for that immigration project they got going on. So while they're sitting on TV, mainstream media, with the 2 or 3 that still watches them, they're sitting up there placating to the immigration agenda. And they're being very silent on the extraordinary and very large and growing movement that's coming from the Black grassroots in opposition to this. So they're silencing who? Our voices. And again, an overwhelming number of our people that still typically vote Democrat, so that they can create a false sense that we with this. I keep reminding you, it's the Democrat mayor, Brandon Johnson in Chicago, that came up with the rules for Chicago. And so many of y'all Black folks were showing up in the political meetings. So many of you all were getting on record. So many of you all have stopped their agenda in terms of using parks and buildings. Y'all been suing the mess out of them, holding press conferences, changing up the political game and letting them know what y'all plan on doing during the Democrat convention. Watch this. That your Democrat, I'm not going to stop saying this, your Democrat mayor and the people that's behind him that's Democrat, they came up with new rules. Y'all was showing up so much and so heavy. It was embarrassing to them. You were so effective in your critiques by holding your local government accountable that they changed the rules temporarily and said that from now on, you ninjas got to start showing government ID, and you got to register in advance so that we can look at you before you come. And they restricted some of the areas of where you can be on the first floor. So because one of these interagency organizations that like a government watchdog type organizations looked into this, they told Mayor Brandon that what he instituted, those new policies, are likely illegal. So they ended up rescinding it. But I'm trying to let you know the fact that they created it in the first place and they only pulled back because they realized that it might actually be illegal. That should tell you something. These are the same Democrats that told you that's mad that the Republicans say for you to vote and show ID is anti-Black and they're trying to do voter suppression. But it was your Democrats that said because you showing up holding Democrat administrations accountable to push back on this immigration stuff, they said that's all fair game. You see how they hypocrites? That's the reason why I don't make no distinction between them and the Republicans. Except for one is willing to eat fried chicken and catfish, and the other one's not. One will sing Amazing Grace, and the other one just straight up tell you that they don't fool with you. I live in Colorado. This article came out recently, and it's not just about the article, about what actually happened here I don't live in this exact area. Obviously, and of course, I wouldn't tell you that anyway. But this has to do with my state. Let's put it like that, okay? In the state of Colorado, specifically the city of Denver, y'all look at this mess. Where's my article? Here it is. The immigration is so terrible and bad here in Colorado. I know this because years and years ago, 20-some years ago, I'm 45. I've been here a long time. When I worked for corporate America, I worked for one of the banks as a banker, teller, many, many years ago, 20-some years ago. When I was working there, it was so many illegals, and it was a lot of white owners in particular that was hiring the illegals. So they used to have these what they literally call these alien IDs. That was the name of the IDs. And some of the fake IDs were so bad and so terrible. It was like they didn't even go to. I don't even think they have Kinko's around here anymore. What's with these? It wasn't even like they went to, what is it, Office Depot or nothing. It's just like you went to Walmart and got some thick tape with construction paper. Talk back to me, somebody, and put it together. So I became really good over time, obviously, at identifying them with the quickness without even doing any deep investigation into the ID. I mean, I could just look at it and feel it, and just detect it. Just, this is so fake. So the policy of where I worked 20-some years ago at the time was that we were supposed to actually confiscate the illegal ID. So when they would come in, be smiling and everything, okay, you got your ID, 2 forms, okay. They gave me ID, we keep the ID. They started to freak out and went and told their boss. Do you know they didn't end up they weren't shipped back home. There was no deportation. There was none of that. No, the boss came in and made a new deal with the bank so that he could just sign the back of the check so as to be their additional form of identification for the illegal. And then there was like a special rule that was put on the account so that you would just let the illegals knowingly, openly give you fake, phony ID. But because the bank wanted to keep that particular account, because it was a particular construction company or something like that, they made special deals to basically let these illegals cash their checks, knowing that because it was such an influx of them, they didn't have legit IDs. In fact, was giving us fraudulent identification. They came up with just special rules. So that's where I learned, what is the phrase, Lord? I didn't know no Spanish and stuff. What is it? Something about que su jefe, somebody jefe, the boss. El firme cheque. Don't play with it. This girl from Mississippi. That's all the Spanish you finna get out of me. That was enough to know, to scare them to say illegal, you ain't got it right. Talk black to me. Somebody said, Vicki, you were so adorable describing the fake ID. Child, y'all know that's what it was. So I learned 2 or 3 words enough to know to flip that check over that little piece of paper that say, yes, you need to get your El Jefe to El Firme cheque. And child, I would say them 2, 3 Spanish words, and they start talking Spanish. I said, oh no, poquito, a little bit. That's all. Enough to say boss, signature, bye-bye. Child, ever go to talking hard, spit all that Spanish. I said, oh no, poquito. That's it. So, child, they was doing the most. I don't know why I brought that up right now. I guess to let you all know all the rules and regulations back in the day they was making, but they was doing, they violating the law. Watch this. But in the city of Denver, y'all ready for this? People are pissed, and rightly so. Look at this headline. Y'all look at this headline. Everybody hit that thumbs up button. Share. Y'all see this headline? I just got to get you to see it. Happy Valentine's Day, Vicki Dillard. I enjoyed watching your show. I must go sign on to be a member for all your knowledge. Yes, sign on to my school. It's only $45 at Vicki Dillard Mystery School. We're changing lives. The information is deep, it's heavy, and most importantly, it's life-changing and effective when you implement it. And we made it absolutely affordable. So watch what Denver do. This is the state I'm in. Like I said, the area is different, but it affects the same state. Y'all listen. Denver mayor cuts $5 million from public services to pay for illegal immigrants. The citizens are going crazy here in Colorado. They done lost their minds. Y'all listen. Residents of the, quote, sanctuary city of Denver will now have fewer hours to enjoy the recreation centers, won't be able to register their vehicles in person at the DMV, and will have to skip smelling the city's flowers because the illegal migrants have descended on Denver, need more money. Y'all, the other day I saw an article with a Venezuelan immigrant here in Denver. Tell my sorry. They interviewed one of the illegals. And so because they know they're causing the city hell and people are pissed at him, they interviewed one of the illegals from Venezuela, and he gonna say sorry. He was sorry that they was causing so much trouble for us. All this inconvenience, the article said, is, of course, it says here, the fault of the Republicans, they claim, and the bitter orange boogeyman. No, it ain't. It's the fault of the Denver city. Colorado, the state, is really a purple state because they have a pretty, not quite equal, but pretty close enough, a pretty balanced political persuasion in terms of Democrat and Republican. That's why we're called we're considered to be a purple state. But some of our policies obviously lean more Democrat or more liberal. So if you're claiming to be a sanctuary city, clearly you done lost your mind. Sanctuary city means that if one of them illegals come here, you will give them sanctuary. This is the reason why so many black folks in different cities are pushing back. Are y'all hearing me? So Mike Johnson, the new mayor, which if y'all from Colorado, y'all need to be sending him this link, giving him all his people that everlasting work. He's the new mayor here. So he's okay with cutting our parks and recreation. He's okay with cutting DMV in-person services. Are y'all listening? Rec center interruptions so that they can come up with all these millions of dollars for illegals. The article goes on to say the cuts follow the mayor's decision last month to divert $25 million from the city budget to the migrant crisis. That plan included pulling $10 million from a contingency fund and $15 million from a building remodel. No, go home. Those actions followed the city's decisions to hold many positions vacant and review new and expanded contracts and programs. Let me go back because I skipped this one part. That plan included, I said this part, but I'm going to read the part after it so that the last sentence makes sense. The plan included pulling $10 million from a contingency fund, $15 million from a building remodel. Those actions followed the city's decision. Okay, that's where I said that. To hold many positions vacant. In total, Mayor Johnson, y'all listening? Expects the migrant crisis will cost Denver roughly $180 million in 2024. That's just one city in Colorado. So you give the actual taxpaying cities the middle finger to cut our parks, recreation, and DMV services for illegals. And then give an interview to an illegal Venezuelan who said in the interview, Suddy, okay. I am a woman who loves the Black diaspora, which just means our brothers and sisters around the world. I give political, geopolitical, international content on a regular basis, especially on another platform, another network. I am not someone that has a disdain and a misunderstanding of our place of the world. But this is outrageous, family, when here in the United States of America, you got Black homeless folks, Black folks that can't even get decent food stamps, Black folks who've been evicted, Black folks who've been gerrymandered, Black folks who have been discriminated against, Black folks who've been mistreated. To clear the records of illegals, give them tangible resources, and to take our taxpayer dollars and spit right in our face, mess with our DMV services, mess with our rec services, mess with our park services to make sure they hide for a shortfall because you decided you're going to be a sanctuary city. No, you can't turn around and get mad at the Republicans when they turn around and put illegals that's coming to their city in a bus and ship them to your city because you said it's a sanctuary city. This is outrageous. It's outrageous because your government is not giving you any of these tangible benefits, Black family, but they're doing it for folks who are not even citizens, and they're doing it quickly, and they're putting them at the front of the line. They're expediting their demands and claims for housing and food and all that other stuff. I wanted you to see it for yourself. I wanted you to see just some of the most recent dastardly actions that they're taking. One more time. I'm done. I'm not going to be here long. Just one more time, because just in case, just want to remind, these are outrageous. This is outrageous. Just one more time.
Money for you. You want it. You want it. No more money for you. Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye. No more money for you. No more money for you. It's lazy. You lazy. You lazy. No more money for you.
It's so crazy. The illegals, with every breath they take, with their illegal breathing, their illegal presence at the meeting, says to the group of people, excuse me, because you know he wouldn't say that to nobody white. The illegals have an expectation that Black folks will shut the hell up and let them do what they want to do. You know darn well you will never find an unlawful migrant telling a white person that's at a political meeting that's objecting to the city spending resources for them. They would not say to a white person, you're lazy. You're lazy. You're lazy. No more money for you. No more money for you. This is out freaking rageous. And Black family, in addition to shout out to Chicago, who's suing the city, pushing back, showing up to political meetings, y'all, I'm showing you this because Black family, we're going to have to continue to strategize. We're going to have to continue to deploy different types of tactics to say, the hell we will. Everybody needs to play back that video on this broadcast you seeing and send it to all of your legislators and say, what? This ought to be, this illegal. They ought to be arrested for saying that. Miss Sharice laughing at me to my illegal breathing. Yes. Every time he said, you're lazy, all that was illegal. The pronunciation of lazy. No more money for you. That was illegal. An invasion. A foreign breath. God, today. I got to run. I got some yummy stuff to do. And I hope you have some yummy stuff to do on this Valentine's Day. I know so often we talk about, but it's the white man's holiday and all these different things, family. We get that. But I want you to know that there's still an energy that's in the atmosphere that you can use. And it doesn't matter if some of you that may want mates, this kind of stuff, if you don't love on yourself, seduce yourself, love on your mama, love on your children, just harness the energy of love. If you can't go out, that's fine. Just cook a good meal. Yes. Order a good pizza, watch a good movie. Ladies, if it's not that, take a good bubble bath, sis, put you some yummy roses in there. Rub on yourself, love on yourself, put your oil up yourself real good, sis. Smell real good, put you some fresh sheets on. Talk black to me. Do what you do. I'm saying that energy of love, and first and foremost, love yourself, and then love your people. You hear what I just said? And thank you, Miss Sharice. She just put in the link to my latest Venus magazine. Love yourself enough. Look, to give you... Now, this is the song that's playing on my... I'm sorry. I was trying to show you the post on my Instagram page. I forgot it was music. that's added on there that, you know, we can't play too much of that. Look at anyway, this is the latest draft of my Venus magazine. I want you to get it. Go to VickiPlanet.com. My moderators just put the link in the chat. Miss Cherie, she just said, the goddess of love speaks. Oh, thank you, precious. And the biggest thing is self-love. Somebody said they Capricorn energy. Oh, they don't know about that. They don't know about that. So be sure to get it. Yes, it's going to take a few weeks before you get it, family, because this is a pre-sale. But look, this is the Valentine's gift that's worth the wait. Did you hear me? This is the Valentine's gift that's worth the wait. So you're going to be still in this energy a few weeks from now. Yes, when we ship them out. It's going to be several weeks, family, before the printing. So we do a pre-sale. Once we know that people that want to buy the hard copy, that's when we cut off the sale. And then we get it shipped, printed through the company. And then we get it finally sent to you. So that's why it takes a while. But how many of you all know it's well worth supporting Black business? And it's well worth supporting when you get such yummy and happy information. I want you a couple of, a month and a half or so away from now to still be celebrating in this energy. Yes. Brother X Zeppelin said, he said, I'm on, you got the last one, didn't you? Somebody said they got mine. Yes. Sam said, you got mine. Oh, because I said, so you heard the song? She said, that's my joint music song, child. Girl, don't even go. They ain't ready for me to get into that. That's girl. Look, that's our era. We don't just they don't know. You're she talking about the song that I accidentally played. So Lillian, you got to go click the link, beloved, to see the price. You will see the price there. Okay. All of the yummy goddess sacred secrets, some of the information I share is related to some of the because it's specific to divine feminine manifestation. And again, it's a tool to make it fun. We all have goals, but I created it as a tool so that we could manifest together, sis, and enjoy the process. I just don't like feeling miserable in between your manifestation period. How many of you all know that the journey is equally important? Because once you obtain the thing, it's only fleeting. Yes. So we might as well enjoy the journey. Yes. Miss Cherise, thank you for cash apping our beautiful goddess. Yes. Thank you all for your cash apps. And by the way, your gifts are blessed 1,000-fold. And those that know about the PayPal, I can't forget them too. Because sometimes when I go to my PayPal account, they don't give me the same notifications. So you don't see it as quickly, but some of you give there too. And I want you to know how much I love you and I appreciate you so much. Love yourself and love those around you, okay? My name is Vicki Dillard, your sister with the curly braids. You are my bliss. I bow to you. I can't wait to see you again.